I'm honored to speak with you again, Master Jedi. Your victory over the Sith infiltrators saved the Republic, but we face new threats to our security.
What in blazes happened down there? The entire moon is breaking apart as we speak! This was a very serious threat, of course, but I think this goes a bit beyond our acceptable degree of force.
I only struck our enemies, but they carried a heavy cost even in death.
Heroes who just won CZ-198 for the Empire.
Zerka thanks you as well. I've begun downloading the data from CZ-198, even the details concerning the Vigilant.
Zerka's security system was a living abomination. Once activated, it turned the entire facility against us.
Zerka now has a future within the Empire, and though our armaments are strong, nothing will replace you as the Empire's greatest weapon.
Travel to the infected world is strictly prohibited. While the travel ban is in effect, any ships believed to originate from the world will be fired upon. I understand we now have Adalar Hyland on the line. Hyland is the CEO of Galactic Solutions Industries and founder of the Hyland Organization for Rakghoul Neutralization, or Thorn.
Yes, good. Citizens of the Empire, I implore you to listen to what I have to say about this ghastly plague. There is no escaping it. There is no cure. The only known way to stop its spread, the only way to save yourself, is to stay away. Now, that said, Thorn is looking for brave and gifted individuals to help. But make no mistake, it's akin to granting yourself the death sentence.
Thank you for your pointed insight, Adalar Hyland. As the man stated, don't be a fool. Remain in full quarantine from the Rakghoul plague. For the Empire.
My master has followed your career with great interest. She has a proposition for you. There are many ears about. Please wait while I establish a secure connection.
My name is Darth Nuren. Please accept my condolences on the unfortunate end of the Imperial Intelligence Program.
A lot of Sith were happy to see us go. You might be one of them.
On the contrary, I understand the value of what you did. In fact, I have need of your services again. Are you familiar with the Kaon hegemony? An independent sector they claim to be neutral in the war between the Empire and Republic. Wealthy, powerful, and stubborn, the Kaon hegemony has the potential to be the Empire's greatest threat now that the Republic has fallen low.
The war with the Republic has left the Empire vulnerable. Do you think they'll try to take advantage of the situation?
In the past, the Kaon hegemony has been aggressive about expanding its sphere of influence, but things have changed. We intercepted a series of classified transmissions. The Kaon hegemony's in trouble. The worlds are being overrun by Rakghouls. Unchecked, the outbreak will infect billions. Entire planets will be overrun. But with chaos comes opportunity for those with the power to seize it.
The Rakghouls were confined to Taris for centuries. They didn't get off that world by accident.
We suspect this may be one of the Kaon royal families making a bid for power, but we have no way to know for sure.
The Kaon hegemony is trying to suppress this news. It has been difficult to gather the necessary details.
Meet me on my ship. Hopefully by then we'll know more. My apprentice can provide the location.
Here are the coordinates of my master's vessel. She eagerly looks forward to your arrival.
Continuing our coverage of this most recent breakout of the Rakghoul Plague, I'm joined now by Adalar Hyland, founder of the philanthropic organization Thorn. Mr. Hyland, you're largely known as the CEO of Galactic Solutions Industries, or GSI. Why did you create the Hyland Organization for Rakghoul Neutralization?
No, I don't care to talk about myself. I want to speak directly to the populace here. The Rakghoul plague is deadly and must be contained. If you're on the infected world, remain indoors. If you even think you may be infected, seek quarantine immediately. Finally, if you have the inclination and ability to assist Thorn, we need your help. Desperately. That's it. That's all I have.
That's direct, from the, very direct Adalar Hyland. A dire warning and an impassioned plea for help with combating the Rakghoul Plague.
Master Jedi, name's Whisper. My boss needs to speak with you. The fate of the Republic is at stake. Give me a second to set up a secure connection. Okay, boss. You're good to go.
This is Chief Ranos of Republic SIS.
I've been looking over your files. Obviously, I'm impressed. The Republic couldn't have survived without the Rift Alliance. That was nice work. Exactly the kind of thing I'm looking for on this job.
I doubt this mission involves the Empire. Our recent victories have left them too weak to challenge us directly.
You're right, we don't think the Empire's involved. But that doesn't make the situation any less dire.
You heard of the Kaon hegemony? It's an independent sector located along key hyperspace shipping lanes. Wealthy, powerful, and stubborn.
We've been trying to form an alliance with them for years. So have the Imps. Neither side has made much progress. Our recent battles with the Empire have drained resources from both sides. The Kaon hegemony is more valuable than ever.
I understand, Chief Ranos. You want me to negotiate the terms of an alliance.
Negotiation was the original plan, but things have gone off the rails, big time. We intercepted a series of classified transmissions. The Kaon hegemony's in trouble. Their worlds are being overrun by Rakghouls. Unchecked, the Rakghoul outbreak will be catastrophic. Billions will be infected. We're looking at the planet-wide annihilation of all civilized life.
The Rakghoul plague has been successfully contained to a single world for centuries.
Figuring out how it spread to other worlds is of vital importance. The outbreak needs to be contained.
This is a delicate situation. We still don't have all the details, and the Kaon royal family isn't talking. We need to meet face-to-face to figure out our next step. Whisper will give you the location of my ship. Ranos out.
Here's the boss's coordinates. He'll be waiting for you. And if this is as bad as it seems, you better hurry.
You're here. I've been monitoring the situation in the Kaon hegemony. Things are getting worse. The Kaon noble families have quarantined all worlds in the sector. No ships can land or leave without permission. The announcement was not popular. Those trapped on the infected worlds feel betrayed by their rulers.
The chaos and confusion can be turned to our advantage.
Precisely. And I know the perfect place to strike. 4 worlds have been completely overrun. A 5th, Kaon, is down to a handful of survivors battling for their lives. Among those survivors are several nobles related to the ruling family. But we will have to act quickly if we want to rescue them.
The only reason you'd want to save them is if they had valuable information.
Your mind is quick. The survivors may help us discover who was behind the sudden outbreak of the plague. Whoever unleashed this plague is trying to destabilize the Kaon hegemony so they can swoop in and seize power. Someone with that kind of ambition could become a dangerous rival if left unchecked.
Once we know who is responsible, we may be able to win them over to our side.
Investigating the outbreak is our best hope of learning our enemy's true identity. We have a contact on Kaon, Major Beisel, head of local security. He's cleared a shuttle to take you down to the surface. Major Beisel will contact you with a situation update after you land.
Good, you're here. We've gathered more intel on the Rakghoul outbreak. Things are getting worse. The Kaon noble family has quarantined all worlds in the sector. No ships can land or leave without permission. It's an extreme measure that's not too popular, especially with the people on the infected worlds. They think they've been abandoned.
The ruling families are turning their backs on their own people.
They're scared, desperate. Things have spiraled way beyond their control. 4 worlds have already been wiped out. A 5th, Kaon, is down to a handful of survivors battling for their lives. The Republic offered aid. It took a while, but the ruling families finally granted us permission to land on Kaon to help quell the outbreak.
My first priority is getting the people trapped on Kaon somewhere safe.
Several of the survivors are related to the Kaon ruling family. That's probably the only reason they let us get involved. If we contain this outbreak, it will go a long way to establishing an alliance between the Republic and the Kaon hegemony.
People are dying down there. This isn't about politics.
Everything is about politics. Odds are, this outbreak wasn't accidental. Clearly someone wants to destabilize the sector. Probably a bid by a rival family to seize power. We need to find out, before the plague spreads to the Republic core worlds.
You planning on sending anyone else on this mission?
We need to limit Republic exposure to the virus. But you've dealt with the Rakghouls before. There's a shuttle to take you down to the surface. Major Beisel, head of Kaon security, will contact you when you land. Help the survivors if you can, but your first priority is to find out how the virus is being spread.
Major Major Beisel here. Got a situation developing. The nobles are getting desperate. They want off this world. They're heading for the spaceport with their bodyguards. Figure they can fight through the rat ghouls and get a ship. We can't let them break quarantine. I'm sending my patrols to the spaceport. Meet us there. We're too late. The nobles got their hands on a shuttle. They're breaking the quarantine. The shuttle's down. Pilot must have panicked during the escape. My squad's heading to the crash site to look for survivors. Meet us there.
Spread out. Check for survivors. Major, we got a live one. Hey, you all right?
Look out!
Must be the Republic reinforcements. Too little, too late, if you ask me.
We can stop this outbreak if we work together.
Work together? There's a novel concept. The nobles around here only care about themselves. They decide that quarantine doesn't apply to them, so they raid the spaceport and steal a shuttle. Now, my whole team is dead. Never should have come to investigate the crash site. Should have known any survivors would already be infected.
If you were wounded in the battle, the virus could be in your system.
Thanks for the reminder. Like things aren't bad enough. This plague's spiraling out of control. The virus isn't just infecting sentients anymore. It's spreading through the local wildlife. My patrols have no idea how to handle it.
It's too dangerous out here in the wilds. Tell your patrols to fall back somewhere safe.
Safe doesn't really apply, but I'll give the order. All patrols fall back to the spaceport. Stay on this frequency and keep in touch. The spaceport's where the outbreak began. Maybe we can learn... my chest is on fire.
The virus is inside you. We have to act fast.
Don't let it end like this. Please, help me.
Better to end your misery now.
Just make it quick.
About time the cavalry showed up. Been hiding out here in the spaceport for days. Name's Melara. You're probably gonna check the records and see it was my ship that brought the Rackles here, but it wasn't my fault. I had no idea those things were in my cargo hold. I'm as much a victim as anyone.
I won't judge you without giving you a chance to explain.
You heard of Dr. Lorik? He's a member of the 37 families from Deservo. Bitter rivals of the Tyon ruling family. Lorik instructed me to fly to Kaon. Rackles burst out of my cargo hold the second I touched down, blood and bodies everywhere.
Kaon isn't the only planet to be overrun by this plague. Did you land anywhere else first?
I wasn't the only pilot he hired. He sent a bunch of us out. Probably figured none of us would make it back. The last thing Lorik wanted was for me to survive, because I can tell you where to find him.
You're going to help me stop him, to make amends for your role in this tragedy.
What? No. This is about revenge. Lorik double-crossed me. The shuttle departed from a remote island on Ord Mantell. Lorik has a secret base there. That's all I know. Look, I came clean, told you what I know in good faith. So, you gonna get me out of here now, or what?
You were nothing but a pawn in Lorik's scheme, and you did provide valuable information.
Glad we're on the same page. Tell you what, just drop me off at the nearest uninfected planet, and I'll figure it out from there.
We have to verify you're not carrying the plague first. The shuttle will pick you up when I'm done here and take you for testing.
Great. Poked and prodded by medical droids. Beats the alternative, I guess. Hey, just do me a favor. Don't wait too long to come and get me. I've spent more than enough time on this rock. Hold on. Don't shoot. Not a Rakghoul, just a harmless shuttle pilot. Name's Melara. Look, I need to get off this world, and I know how this whole Rakghoul outbreak started. So maybe we can swing a deal?
I already had one person I met on this world turn into a Rakghoul right in front of me.
No, wait. I'm clean, so don't get all nervous and take me out if I sneeze, okay? Just listen to what I have to say. So, these Rakghouls? Oh, yeah. I brought them on my shuttle, but I didn't know what I was doing. I'm just a pilot. I was hired to fly here. My boss is the one you want, not me.
Your boss's name, now.
You heard of Dr. Lorik. He's a member of the 37 families, the main political rivals of the royal family. He hired me to make a delivery to Kaon. Soon as I touched down, the Rakghouls came pouring out. It was ugly.
You were still inside your shuttle. Why didn't you just take off?
Pretty obvious Lorik wanted me dead. Figured he booby-trapped the shuttle, so I jumped out of the cockpit and I hid. Lorik double-crossed me. Now I get to return the favor. He's hiding out at a secret base on Ord Mantell. So, that's about all I know. Now you ready to get me off this rock?
You've outlived your usefulness.
But, I told you everything. Now I see the problem. Damn.
Nice job down there on Kaon. I sent a full report on what you learned to the Tyon royal family. Now that we know how the plague is spread, they've been able to contain further outbreaks. Since Ord Mantell is in Republic space, they agreed to leave Dr. Lorik to us. I've had my agents put together a file on him.
What's happening with Melara?
Melara's not your concern anymore. You need to focus on Dr. Lorik. He fled the Tyon hegemony decades ago after being declared a traitor. Been hiding out on Ord Mantell ever since.
Order the authorities on Ord Mantell to take him into custody.
No. We think it's better if this gets handled outside official channels. We don't want to cause a panic. His ambitions go way beyond claiming the Tyon hegemony. Kaon and the other infected worlds were just a test. Lorik created a new strain of the Rakghoul virus, one that infects any living organism.
The virus doesn't just turn infected victims into mindless brutes either. I saw them using blasters and other advanced technology.
Rakghouls running wild are bad enough. A Rakghoul army under a madman's control would be unstoppable. We were able to suppress reports of what happened on Kaon. Lorik doesn't know we're onto him. If we strike at his base now, we'll catch him off guard. Put an end to his experiments before he unleashes another outbreak on the galaxy.
I assume taking Lorik out will strengthen our ties with the Tyon royal family?
It can't hurt, and we could always use another ally against the Emperor. The shuttle will take you to Lorik's island base on Ord Mantell. Do whatever it takes to stop him and his experiments. Officially, the only occupants are him and a few lab assistants. Unofficially, expect a host of mutated guardians around every corner.
Your work on Kaon was impressive. Your reputation is well earned. With the source of the plague identified, the Tyon royal family has been able to contain the outbreak. It's unfortunate we couldn't question that pilot before you killed her, but we were still able to put together a file on Dr. Lorik.
Anything else she could have told us would have been lies or irrelevant. I saw no reason to waste your time.
Well then, I commend you on your efficiency. You bested the Rakghouls on Kaon. I've no doubt you will do the same when you meet Lorik in person. A decade ago, he was declared a traitor. He fled the Tyon hegemony and went into hiding on Ord Mantell.
He could be a valuable ally. Maybe we can use him as a weapon against the Republic.
He'd betray us at the first opportunity. He's a megalomaniac, convinced his destiny is to rule the entire galaxy. Kaon and the other worlds were just a test, a way for Lorik to study the effects of the modified Rakghoul virus he developed.
If we can get our hands on this version of the plague, it could be a devastating weapon.
The Republic is on its last legs. Lorik's virus could provide the final blow to our enemy. Reports of what happened on Kaon have been suppressed. Lorik still thinks his identity is hidden. We have the element of surprise.
In addition to eliminating a potential rival, killing Lorik should secure the allegiance of the Kaon hegemony.
At the very least, it will keep them from looking to the Republic in the near future. The shuttle is waiting to take you to Dr. Lorik's base on Ord Mantell. Hopefully you'll find records of his experiments with the virus. That way, you won't have to take him alive.
Dr. Sanis Lorik, log entry 1246. Progress on the enhanced strain of the Ragu virus is slow, but I will not be daunted. I have spent too long in exile. I will return to the worlds I once called home as a conqueror and a hero. Those who cast me out will bow down before me. They will cry for mercy and be rewarded with death. Dr. Sanis Lorik, log entry 1322. I've modified the Raku virus to cross the species barrier, a monumental breakthrough. The mutative properties have been enhanced as well. The newly transformed creatures are stronger and more powerful than previous generations. Even with their increased strength and aggression, they remain responsive to my commands. My work is nearing completion.
Dr. Adi Ingral, log entry 1344. I and the other assistants have noticed some disturbing results. Current test subjects show very different characteristics than those originally captured on Taris. It's almost as if someone has been tampering with the specimens. Dr. Lorik believes the changes are due to the virus's natural adaptability. If he's right, our efforts to find a cure will be even harder than we thought.
Sanis Lorik, log entry 1408. The modified virus is ready for field testing in the Kaon hegemony. The first few worlds will be wiped out. Their populations will become Rakghouls under my control, swelling the ranks of my armies. With the hegemony secured, I will spread my campaign world by world until I sweep away the war-torn tatters of both the Republic and the Empire. Dr. Sanis Lorik, log entry 1411. Preliminary results from the hegemony have exceeded even my expectations. The success has led me to reevaluate the virus. I understand now that it is neither a disease nor a weapon. The exposed become bigger, faster, stronger, genetically improved in every way. The virus is evolution perfected. It must be spread across the entire galaxy.
Dr. Adi Ingral, supplemental log update. Dr. Lorik has gone completely mad. We realize now he was never working on a cure for the virus. His work is an abomination. We have to stop him. After I delete his files, we will try to take him into custody. I fear he may oppose us with violence, but we have no other choice.
Butchers, trespassers, how dare you come into my lab and slaughter my children?
Maybe you should spend less time in the lab and more time teaching your kids how to fight.
Now I understand. You mock and destroy what you fear. I had the same problem with my assistants. They sabotaged my files, tried to destroy my lab. Since their transformation, however, they've become much more loyal.
You really think they'll stay loyal after you turned them into monsters?
Should I be surprised? The Empire expects treachery around every corner. My children are loyal. It's part of the transformation. I've found a way to evolve the virus. Each new strain makes the host more powerful than the last. That power can be yours. Let me inject you with the virus, and you will become greater than you ever dreamed.
Nice try. The virus takes away the subject's free will. You said so yourself.
not the latest version. It causes a physical transformation but leaves the mind untouched. I indulged just before you arrived. Gaze upon the pinnacle of evolution with awe and terror. Weep for what you will never become. Never thought you'd make it this far. No! Impossible! I am perfection.
Just read the reports from Ord Mantell. We knew Lorik was dangerous. Didn't realize he was a complete whack job. It's too bad he took his assistants down with him. Seems like they were actually working on a cure.
They tried to stop him. They destroyed his research so nobody else could use it, even though it cost them their lives.
I'll see if we can get something to honor their memories. Maybe official Senate recognition of their sacrifice. The ruling family and the Kaon hegemony wanted to express their thanks as well. They appreciate the Republic's help. Securing an alliance with them was an important strategic victory. Now the Empire can't use their support to rebuild.
The galaxy has no shortage of despots and tyrants who'll throw their lot in with the Empire.
Well, that's why we have people like you on our side. Hope you weren't thinking about retirement. You probably get tired of hearing this, but I'll say it again anyway. The Republic owes you. Thanks.
The Kaon hegemony has sent an official message of gratitude for eliminating Dr. Lorik. They seem quite eager to curry our favor. Apparently, crushing our rivals sends an appropriate message to the rest of the galaxy. I only wish we could have recovered Lorik's research. A weaponized version of the Rakghoul virus would have been a welcome addition to our arsenal.
When word gets out of what we've done, others will assume we acquired it. That could also be useful.
True. The mere threat of another outbreak is itself a weapon, though I doubt we will need it anytime soon. We've eliminated a potential usurper of our power, and strengthened ties with the Kaon hegemony. This was a great victory for the Empire. The Republic will tremble in fear when they learn of this.
The Republic is vulnerable, but they are far from defeated.
But we have the upper hand, and your actions have only increased our advantage. Their destruction is inevitable. Farewell. I look forward to working together again, should the opportunity arise.